What's the deal? I want to welcome you to the What's the Deal podcast. Man, listen, I got a treat for y'all. Hey, man, real quick, I just want to say, bro, I appreciate you, man. I always knew, like, since day one when I first met you, it was just something different about you, man. I'm starting to realize that, like, my man showed up for me today. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't had to. He took time out of his life to, to chop it up with me. And I'm just so excited about his story because I've always felt that it's a lot of people out here who got a story. Like my man Mike Quiet, but once you get him going, he gonna open up. And I just feel like it's a lot of people who got a story to tell, but they necessarily don't have a platform to share it. So what's the deal, bro?
What's the deal?
Man, chilling, man. How your day going today?
It's good. I've been chilling all day, just enjoying myself. Just relaxing, really.
All right. So tell the people your name and where you from.
I'm Mike Owens. I'm from Detroit, West Side, 7 Mile. I'm a photographer, truck driver. I do a lot of things.
You know, it's crazy, Mike. Recently we was kicking and you was telling me like, yeah, man, I do the landscaping too. And I didn't even know you did. You like got into that because that's some of the stuff that I do. I want to ask, man, like, how old were you when you got into the landscaping?
Well, I got a landscaper early. My dad had worked for the city of Detroit for plenty of years doing landscaping, and I just picked up a habit doing it around the house, in the yard. And when I got older in the summer, when I was home from college in the summertime, I would pick up landscaping jobs just because it was easy and something fun to do for me.
Yeah, how long would you say you was into that?
Probably about like 3 years, like professionally working for a company.
You saw 3 years professionally?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, like, what was like the initial like pull? Like, man, that seemed like something cool, or was you just trying to make a couple dollars?
I was just trying to make a couple dollars, honestly.
Yeah. Did you ever see yourself like, man, you know what? I want to go full time in this, or I don't really think this is gonna work right now. I kind of see myself doing something else.
Uh, when I was doing it, I thought about starting my own business because I seen like the money in it. Like I thought it was like an easy way to make money and invest your time in to make like money long term. So I never really wanted to do it like as a worker, but more so be an entrepreneur with like a landscaping business.
Okay. Okay. What was the next thing that you did after that? Like, what made you like leave that industry?
Well, I left that industry because I just got into doing the wrong things, really,
Yeah.
like scamming, illegal things. So I got away from like doing the right things, and I just was living life really. Like leaving college, got into trouble, so now I was just like living my life. And then after that, things got slow, so I got like in some legal trouble, so I started. I thought about going to trucking school, and I got my CDL, and that's where I'm at today.
Okay. So look, though, you going too fast for the people. You going too fast for it, bro. Look. So I remember we was kicking it, man, and you ended up telling me like you had an accident on the bike.
Oh yeah, that was during the pandemic. I had bought a motorcycle, and then I was riding downtown Detroit, and somebody had hit me off my motorcycle. So that was total, and then I had to get like an ACL surgery. So I was down for like 6 months.
6 months. Dang, man, that's a long time to be down, man.
Yeah.
Like, how did that impact your mind? Like, what was you thinking about, like, when that happened? Like, it's over for me?
After that, I was just thinking about what's next and what I can do to make money. That's what I was really much thinking about because I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't walk or anything, so I was just at home in the bed every day.
When you had that accident, like prior to the accident, what type of work were you into?
I was just still living my free life, just making dollars here and there.
Yeah.
I didn't have a job. It was like during the pandemic, so nobody was working.
Man, listen, bro, you said something so powerful. So you said you was kind of like into some of the wrong things, and then you had that accident. And with some people, like you could have still said like that could have turned you up even more. Like you know what, I'm about to go even crazier because you got to think when you down, like all type of thoughts coming your way. Like you could potentially be depressed. Like your homeboys hitting you up like, yo, bro, I got a new jug, and like, what made you not go back into like the wrong lane? Cause that was a powerful decision you made, bro.
Yeah, so I had like a felony on my record, so I wasn't really even trying to get into things like that because I don't want to go to prison. So I just didn't really focus on those type of things. Just focus on something that can help me make money and still sustain the life that I want to live. That's why I got to get my CDL, because that would be enough for me to invest or do anything that I wanted to do in life.
Okay. Before we go into the CDL though, man, you had spoke a little bit about the photography. Like, when did that start? Like, what made you even want to get into that?
I got into photography from I got a homeboy that make beats. He a big popular producer in Detroit. He go by EJ Stellar. And I used to just always be at the studio with him all the time. You heard about For Sure magazine. It's a big thing in Detroit, and he used to work up there with them. So I used to be up there, see them taking pictures like models, rappers. And then one day I was just like, I wanted to pick up a camera, and I got into it. And I was good like day one. Like, my friend EJ, we went to Michigan State together too, and he used to rent a camera for me to borrow and use. Now I go to the studio and take pictures. Then after that, I bought my own camera, and it just been up there from day one.
So was that before the pandemic?
Yeah, that was before the pandemic. That was like 2018, 2019.
So low key, you always really had the sauce for real.
Oh yeah. I've just always been around it, so it's like natural, and I'm just good at anything I put my hands to. So if it came natural.
So I want to ask, man, like, initially, like, what made you like want to go into like the wrong things? Because what it sound like you always had a good head on your shoulders. It sounded like you really had some good, strong people around you, like a good foundation. Like, what do you think, like, was the game changer for, like, you know what, man, I'm kind of like tired of this, or I'm kind of like tired of doing the right thing? Like, what made you like kind of like step off course?
Just being in college and just living like a young life, fast life. You want to go out, you want to have money for dates, girls, clothes, like everything. You want to have money to be able to do these things. And being a college student, you ain't got that much money to do these things. You're going to just live a tough college life from like a black family. Like, my parents not sending me money weekly to help me get food, or they just giving me my bare minimum, and I wanted my own. So that's kind of how I got away from around doing the right thing.
Okay. And you still do a little bit of that photography right now?
Yeah, that's really my passion. I want to be a photographer full time, but it's kind of just I'm still building myself up, getting to where I need to be, and then I'll be a photographer full time.
Yeah, man. So look, when you was down, like, what made you go, man, trucking? That's the next move. What made you decide trucking?
I just knew that was something that was easy to do. Like, license only take like 3 weeks, and then you can make money in it. Because when I was doing landscaping for the city of Detroit, it was a guy, like, they had truckers too, but they weren't driving semi. They were just driving like a truck and a trailer. And he was just telling me how, like, the job offers he was getting like $30 an hour. He was telling me like I need to go get my CDL, so that's what made me think about doing it more.
Yeah.
Somebody telling me like that's what you should do instead of like working here.
Yeah. So how long have you had your CDL?
I had it for 14 months. I got my CDL January 2023.
So you really fresh for real.
Yeah.
Got it in the wintertime.
Yeah.
When you got that, man, how did that make you feel, man?
I felt good when I first got it, but they don't tell you that it's hard to get a job with no experience. So for the first 2-3 months, I was just waiting on a job offer. Just like keep applying, people telling me no, so I was just waiting to hear back from somebody that actually let me work for them. Because I did want to go on the road. A lot of the companies called me to go on the road, but I wanted to stay home and stay local.
Did that ever cross your mind, like, during them 3 months, like, man, this might not be the way? Like,
no, I never thought that. I always thought that it was gonna work out. I just had to wait on my time.
Yeah. So since having a job, man, like, since being in that industry, like, how would you say it has shaped you into who you are now? Like, I know you only been in the game for about 14 months, but how would you say that has shaped you into who you are now?
I just think it just helped me sustain my life that I wanted to live when I was doing the wrong things. Like, so it just really just provided me the money that I need to invest or do it. I could really do whatever I want to do. Go get any car I want, get the house I want. It just really helped me sustain the basic needs of life. That's higher than like the medium average of life.
Say that one more time.
It helps me sustain the life that I want to live. I could buy anything I want, and it helped me a little bit above than like the average salary or the average median in life.
Yeah. So, man, I remember, man, we had kicked it a while back. I remember you had told me that I think it was a situation that had happened where you was at work and you had got like suspended or something like that. Like tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I had got suspended at work for doing something at work, and they had suspended me with 2 weeks with no pay. So at that time, I just wanted to leave the company because 2 weeks with no pay was tough. And then it's like the work was tough too, so I was ready to just switch paths and go somewhere else, but I didn't have no experience, so I was stuck. I was stuck in the same position where I was. I just had to deal with it.
Nah, let me ask, man, because I remember when that first happened to you, you was like, yeah, man, that made you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has that shaped you into who you are now? Like how is your perspective different? Or you know what? So before that happened, before the suspension, how was your mindset after you got the suspension, like coming back to that?
Well, my mindset was that you really can't put your trust into no job, no matter how good it is. It just and everything's temporary. You could be gone today, tomorrow, so you just have to always stay on top of the game and make sure you're doing things to make sure you're good if you did get suspended. Or I just feel like you should just be your own boss, really, because if you got a job that can suspend you with 2 weeks, no pay, that I mean somebody got control of you, and I don't want nobody to have control of me.
Yeah. How much different would you say you moving now, like since the suspension happened? Like when you went back, like how different are you moving to like, you know what, man, I know I need to put a little bit more effort into like my craft.
Yeah, I just been seeing what's next, and yeah, like really getting back into my craft, like with the photography, because when I first started working, it was fresh, so I was just trying to lock in on that. But now I'm more into photography every day, getting bookings. So it's like I'm more focused on my craft because that's what I want to do long term. The job is just to help me get through life while I'm still working on my craft.
So you saying like right now you still got a job.
Yeah.
Would you knock a job like even though I know you an entrepreneur, like do you knock a job or a person having a job?
No, I don't think a job is the wrong thing. I just think that you shouldn't let the job control you or get you from beside what you really want to do. A job is just there to really sustain the basic needs while you're going through your process of becoming big.
Oh man, I like that. But say that one more. Say that part one more time.
I said a job is just to sustain your basic life and needs until your craft becomes big.
Yeah, bro. And man, so that's something that I've been realizing lately, man. Like I low key don't like having a job sometimes, and people be thinking like, oh, bro, you just like it's easy to talk about this job stuff, but if I'm being real, I don't necessarily like having a job like today, man. Today was a little stressful because I'm going on this marriage retreat on Friday, and I knew that, you know, I had this going on. I had to go get a haircut, and not to say that my job prevented me from doing what I had to do because I still was able to get here. We still able to sit down. I'm so thankful just because I had to like I had to make all the moves necessary that I needed to do like today. Like I had to still get the cut. I still had to go home. Like you know the day it started raining out of nowhere. Like all type of crazy stuff started happening. I'm thinking like, dang, is we gonna have to reschedule today or what like? And you know I almost feel like man if I didn't have a job it'd be a little easier. I want to ask, do you feel like a person should just abandon shit? Like if they're in the process of pursuing their dream, should they just like, you know what, man, I'm about to just go all in on my craft?
Well, I think you should do what you think is best for yourself because everybody think it is not the same. Like I have friends that like make beats and stuff, and they'll never work a job because they only want to pursue their craft. So I think it's just best to go off of what you feel. Like me personally, I feel like there's nothing wrong with a job as long as it's what you want and it fits into your schedule. Like you should never let your job overtake your craft because you're gonna stay away from your craft. And you're gonna be putting all your time into this job when your craft is just dwindling daily.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like and what I love about right now is I feel like it's gonna come a point where I'm going full time in my craft, and I feel like it's not gonna be no easier than what it is now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Like today, everything that I had to do today, man, I had so much anxiety early because I'm like, dang, bro, I got to get the cut. Now I'm looking at the traffic, the GPS telling me pending thunderstorms. So in my head, I'm going like, dang, man, I'm kind of wishing like, man, I wish I didn't even have to do this. But ultimately, I'm kind of glad that I got the opportunity to work the job because it's gonna come a point where I'm gonna be like, dang, man, I remember I used to be hustling like to go on to work and still being able to go in on my dreams, man. Do you feel that? Do you ever feel like, man, I wish I can just go all in on the photography stuff. Like, I wish I didn't even have to go to the job.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that every day. Like, photography is always fun. Like, my job is like hard work. Photography is like fun, so I don't even consider it as work. It's just something I'm doing to make money.
You saying, say that one more time?
I said, I wish I was doing photography every day because it's fun and it's something that I want to do. Like, work, my job is hard work, so it's like not something I want to do anyway, but it pays the bill. My job, I mean, my craft it's fun, so I don't consider it as work. It's just something I'm going to do, and I make money off of it.
So I want to ask, man, what do you think is preventing you from going all in on that, like from going full time?
It's just some business things that I need to do as far as like marketing and putting myself out there more. I kind of get sidetracked from that. I don't really promote my business like that. Nobody knows I'm doing business. Like, only people that know is people that I work with and like word of mouth. But I need to like put myself out there like far as marketing so everybody can know.
What you think? What you think is the hold up like from you, like going all in?
It's just myself. It's nothing really holding me up. I just have to put it into motion.
You know what, man? I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, it's times like when I'm doing the lawn care where, like last year, I remember I was doing like two full days and working. You know what I'm saying? And that was a lot. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. I had a guy helping me, and I'm talking about on that second day when I would be done, I'd be kind of thankful. Like, man, you know what? I'm kind of glad I can go to a job where I can kind of like relax, where I don't have to go full time on that. Because low key, if I'm being real, like I be being lazy sometimes. Like, not saying that I don't want to go all in, man, but if I'm being real, like, do I really have what it takes to go all in on the landscaping full time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely lazy sometimes too. That's another part of it. Just lazy and like putting yourself out there. That's being lazy. Like, every day you should be trying to do something to promote your business or post daily content.
Yeah. How do you feel lately? Like, what have you been doing to like put yourself closer to like what it is that you want to do full time?
Just really trying to promote myself right now and post more daily content and build up the content to post. So I just been focused on the content part, and I'm starting to invest in like paying people to post my stuff and things like that.
How that's working out?
I haven't did it yet, but I planned on doing it this week, so we gonna see how that goes.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for that, man, cause I'm looking at some of your work, man, and you know, you be going crazy, man. And then you telling me like, I know you say you be in and out of Houston, like different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I got like a couple homeboys. I got one homeboy that I met through my other homeboy that played basketball. He played in the G League, Rob Edwards. We got a Asian friend named Allen. He works for Adidas and he works directly with James Harden. So sometimes I'm able to be around those guys too, like take NBA photos and things like that. So that's always around too. But like, he telling me just keep working on my content, get more things to post, basketball content. So that's what been in my mind too, like getting more NBA type photos.
Yeah. Nah, if I'm being real, how close do you think you are from like blowing? Cause you got real good work, bro.
I think it's just a time and a place for it. It's like any day I could blow, really. That's how I feel, because it just being at the right place at the right time, and it could go up from there. You just gotta just keep doing what you're doing and then wait on your time.
You really just gotta wait on your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What advice would you give to the younger Mike? Like, speaking, like knowing what you know now, like knowing that you got a job, knowing that, you know, you do your craft part time, like knowing that, man, like everything that you're saying, man, I could blow any day. Like, what advice would you give to your younger self or to somebody who struggling, like somebody who might be the old you, like, man, who not necessarily putting their best foot forward, or they kind of like dabbling into the wrong stuff?
I just say stay focused and always focus on the right things. Like even when times get hard, just always think that they're gonna get better, and make sure you just always make sure you're doing illegal things because it's gonna hinder your life further down the road. Even down to your credit, you should just always make sure you just never mess that up because that's a big thing too. Like getting business funding and things like that.
Yeah. Did you ever think that you would be where you at now? Like just everything that you're doing, like. Cause you got a lot going on, bro. You got the job, you got your CDL, and the crazy part about your situation is you don't even have to stay at the job that you at. Like you really can do anything with the CDL. You can either go to another company, be a contractor, or like run your own thing.
Yeah. Well, no, I never thought I'd be where I was at today because I thought I was going to the NBA. I had a basketball dream, so this kind of came after high school, like doing the photography, being at the studio with my friends. And then getting my CDL because I didn't have nothing else going for myself. Like, I thought I was going to the NBA, really, as a kid.
How you feel now, like knowing, like, man, dang, like, I ain't go to the NBA. How you feel about that?
Well, I don't feel that way to it because I got a close homeboy that plays in the NBA, so I kind of live my dreams through him. He going through the trials and tribulations of the basketball journey, so I just really live through him. And then like I said, I got my homeboy that work for Adidas, so he around those players every day. Like they work, they managers for real. So I just live through them, really.
What's some of the trials of like somebody who is in the NBA? Cause low key, what I'm hearing is it's trials even in that, even in making it big for real.
Oh yeah, if you're not like a top 10 pick, you're gonna go through like switching teams waiving you, the G League. You just got it's just like a trial. It's just a trial and error with that too. Like you still grinding really, like unless you like a top 10 pick.
Unless you cold with it.
Yeah, unless you could no people that's not in the G League still is cold. It's a lot of politics into the like basketball and your age and college you went to. Just like it is like coming from out of Michigan. Like it all matters what school you go to, who you know, and the coaches. Yeah, that's just really anything really. Like even photography. Landscaping, it's about who you know and what place you at the right time.
Yeah, man. Would you say that, like, your homeboys, everybody who you connected to, like, would you say that it's any different from, like, the life that you live in, as far as, like, the experience that you experience just talking with them?
No, I really think we all go through the same thing, but the only thing different I think is their life might be a little bit funner, but they still going through the same thing I'm going through. I'm just probably, I can't even say working harder. I'm just doing less fun work, like basketball, making beats. They all doing fun things and around cool people. I'm just working at a job, really. So, but it's all the same. We all going through the same problems for that. All of them, any one of us can blow any day.
Yeah, you really got to just keep putting your foot forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you feel that, like, you having the job, do you feel like it's taken away from, like, going from, like, your homeboys, like, man, they having fun? Like, do you feel like you got the short end of the stick?
No, I don't feel like I got a short end of the stick because I hang with them every chance I get, so I'm right there with them. It's like after work, I'm right there with my friends, so I'm not missing no part of anything.
Yeah, now, if I want to ask, man, like right now, if money wasn't an option for you, like what would Mike be doing with his life?
Well, I'll be taking pictures full time traveling if money wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Now, right now, like where you're at, like how important do you feel like having a job right now? Because I know, like I said, you popping right now. How important is it right now in your career for you to have a job with what it is, like in combination with you doing the photography? Like how important is having a job right now for you?
I mean, job is important just for like funding, really, like having a place to stay, being able to invest in my craft, like buying a new camera, buying a new lens, renting studios, traveling. So that's the importance of a job in my life right now. It's just the funds, really.
Yeah, until you blow.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Do you feel that if, like right now, if you was to blow tomorrow, like do you feel that the discipline that you have, do you feel that it will sustain you for that life? Because, that's like a different type of life. When you're around different people, even like your homeboys, like it's some homeboys who low-key, they might not even really necessarily want to hook you up with money and whatnot, but they know that they kind of can flex a little bit. Like, yeah, this is my dog. Yeah, bottles on me. Like, do you feel like if you was able to go full-time in that, do you feel like the discipline that you have will be able to sustain you?
Yeah. That's how I feel like I fit into situations. I'm not overly excited or anything because I'm in a certain place. Like, I'm still the same person. I remain humble and act like I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah. Now, like growing up, man, who did you like look up to, or who was like the biggest influences that was on your life?
I can't say I had too many big influences growing up. Like, it'd be just like, because I had basketball dreams, so I'm looking at like Kobe and Michael Jordan. I'm looking at players like that. That was my inspiration because I wanted to play basketball. So can't say like I just had any influences elsewhere.
Yeah. So like, what motivates Mike? Because I know, like, you don't just get at all this stuff just because, like, you got the lawn care going on or the landscaping. You actually know how to do that real well. You got the photography, you got the CDL. Like, what motivates you to want to do all those things?
I think success just motivates me because just being successful and just being able to do every aspect of life, being like a multi-entrepreneur, have different business and different aspects. I don't want everyone to be like one-sided and only do one thing. Like even in school, like teachers always tell me like I get bored in class, so I need something else to do. So I just think that still applies as an adult. Like I'm always trying to figure out what's next to do.
Yeah, man. I know for me, I feel like right now, just like me being able to bump into you, man. I love actually right now having a job because, like I said, when I look back, man, I remember like one job I used to have. I was working at this job called Recommunity, and it was in New Boston. And I used to have to be there at 4 o'clock every day. Had this boss, his name was Mario, man, real hard type of guy. And like when I look back, I be like, dang, man, like I kind of miss it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? From the standpoint of like all the stuff that I'm doing now is cool, but when I really think about it, like when I really look back, I think about all those times that, like all those moments that I had, man, back in the day really shaped who I am now. So it's kind of like, I know that, I guess what I'm trying to say is I know that having a job won't last, but I also know that like being able to do what I want to do full time ain't far away. But I also know that a person should like submerge themselves in the current situation that they're in because I feel like when I look back, like, dang, man, that used to be fun, man. I used to be going in at 4 in the morning, like working 12-hour days, and I was only making like $9 an hour, man. And I just feel like a lot of that is what molded me into who I am today. And I just feel like when you get to a certain place, man, of comfort or like having fun, it's like, dang, man, like you kind of got to find a new drive, if you will. What you think about that?
Yeah, if you stick at a job one time, you definitely gonna have to find your next drive. That's what I say. Like I get bored easy, so I'm always trying to figure out what's next to do. Like even if it's not super different, just be in a different place in a different setting.
Yeah, man. So what's next for Mike?
Well, next for me is like just stay promoting my business, keep doing that, and also find another job that helps me focus on my craft a little bit more, have more freedom, more time to do that. Because a lot of days I come home tired from the job I'm currently working. I just kind of go to sleep on those days.
Man, so I want you to give some advice to someone, man, who, like I know you saying that you're not necessarily doing everything that you could be doing. What advice would you give someone to go like, yo, man, I'm getting ready to start doing this, and I know for a fact that this can get you to the next level to where you want to be?
I just say make sure you always working on what you want to do all day, every day, because really to blow, you just waiting on the amount of time you already put in. Like everybody say you need your 10,000 hours. You ain't put them 10,000 hours in yet, then you probably ain't gonna blow yet. Like you really gotta put in the hours and time, because every month, remember you just wait, making your time longer.
Yeah, do you feel like you put your 10,000 hours in?
No, I haven't. That's the crazy thing. Like, I'm really so good at the camera, and I really haven't even put all I need into it. Like, I was just blessed with the talent to take nice photos, and they come out good. Like, I still it's a lot of stuff I still haven't even done. Like, as far as with my camera, I was just good at it.
Yeah. Do you feel like with you being good at what you do you feel like that has made you kind of arrogant in a sense? Like just knowing, like, man, I'm cold at this. Like, it's because I'll just say this, because I know it's somebody out here who taking their game to the next level, who probably not as sweet as you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't even think I'm that sweet at it. It's just that's what people tell me. Like, I'm always criticizing my work because I want it to be the best. Like, I see different photographers, different videographers, and I always just compare myself, which is probably wrong, but yeah, I don't even think I'm that good, but that's what just people would tell me. I'm always trying to figure out how mine can look like theirs or what I'm doing wrong.
What are you doing to get around those type of people? Like, because I know you can see somebody doing something and either admire their work or compare. Like, what are you doing to make yourself better, to be more of the people who you're looking at?
Well, I kind of just try to research their style, but as far as, like, I reached out for photographers all the time, but in Michigan, it's kind of weird. Like, I feel like photographers don't want to work with me because they don't reply. Like, so I just think, like, everybody be, like, gatekeeping in the city of Detroit, so it's like, I just feel like just keep getting better on my own, and then somebody gonna recognize me. I mean, I done a reach out DM all photographers, like nobody never replies to me.
So you really work. You for real. I know you like, man, I ain't really all the way where I want to be, but it sounds like you've been putting in work, man. Like you've been reaching out to people and stuff like that, and it's still a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, I used to reach out to models all the time too. Like models kind of reply to me now because they see my work, but in the beginning, models would just tell me like, yeah, you got to get better with your edits. Just keep getting better. But now, like, models reach out to me, I don't have to reach out to them. But as far as photographers, sometimes I feel like photographers or people in general, they don't really want to work with you if they feel like if you can be bigger than them. So I think that's why, like, sometimes people don't reply to me.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like it's people that know that you gonna blow soon, or like, man, this guy cold? Like, do you think it's a reason why people might not be wanting to reach out or
I definitely feel
respond?
like people think like I got what it takes. I definitely feel like that. Like even from like my friends, like I've done branded shoes with Adidas and stuff, just cause like of my friend. But I feel like he really feel like that I can be I could be working for Adidas myself. So I just feel like I'm just waiting on my time and keep getting better.
How do it make you feel that like people been recognizing some of your work, and you know you done been around people that's telling you like, yo, bro, you cold at it? Like, how do that make you feel?
No, I feel good because I just be all like randomly like at the club and people like, yeah, bro, make sure you keep doing what you're doing. Like you ain't been taking no photos lately, so that's really what keep me going because it's people like I said, like I don't really promote myself, but people still notice that I'm taking a picture. So like when I see people in the club or whatever, they'll tell me like, yeah, bro, keep taking photos. So that's what make me like feel good or keep thinking about it, keep going.
Yeah. So I know like right now, like I know you don't have like the perfect situation, but how much of like in a rush are you to like, you know what, man, I can't wait to get to where I'm big, or like, are you in a rush with that, or like what's the mindset behind that?
No, I don't think you can rush that. Like I'm a big fan of God, so I think like it's all about God's time. There's no rush. You can't rush life. You can't rush God's work. So it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. Like even like I said, I had basketball dreams and all the things I went through in my life. Like that probably was still part of God's plan. Like he had me go to those things to become who I am today and build my character or my mindset or my focus. Like all the things was already set in stone when I was born.
Yeah. Do you feel like now, like there's some still there? Do you feel like there's still some character flaws that maybe you may need to get over, or do you think there's some stuff that you still need to go through?
It's like things are getting. I just need to get over like being a little bit lazy. Like that's the only thing I feel like I probably need to get over.
Yeah, man. You know, I kind of feel the same way, man, and I've been being around some people, and I actually got a homeboy like lately. Well, not lately, man, but probably like a month or so ago. And he kind of just like, I don't even know what made him say it, man, but it kind of, I ain't gonna say it offended me, but it just kind of made me put it in second gear. And he had said, you know, I hate for what you doing to be just a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that kind of like.
Yeah, that would make me feel the way too, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I know what it is that I want to do. And like I said, man, I want to do what I want to do full time. Like, I want to speak full time. You know, I love interviewing people and having conversations with people because, like, right now, man, I'm learning a lot about myself just from sitting here talking to you. And you like, yeah, man, you know, God is a big component in your life. And, you know, it's just good to hear that you grounded like that, man. And I just feel like, you know, more people need to know, like, you know what, bro, where you at right now is cool. You don't need to rush your time. Your time is gonna come. All you gotta do is just keep working.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So you say that you about to just keep. You gonna just like, what's next for as far as that gets you out of that lazy slump that you in? Like, what do you think can get you out of that?
I think one, it starts like my job, really, because I put a lot of work in my job, so that's a part of it. But I also think that's an excuse, because if I really wanted it, it's still like no sleep, like every day after work, doing what I need to do to promote my business or work on a craft or do whatever. Because like, I don't know if you know who Eric Thomas is. He's a big motivational speaker. He used to come up to Michigan State and talk to us every Tuesday.
Yeah.
He's always saying, like, if you ain't where you want to be, it's like you don't need no sleep. You need to be doing every day, do what you're supposed to do to get where you need to be. Like, you don't need no sleep. Like he said, he wake up at 3 a.m. every day just to get on the internet and post a video for people. Like, if you really get up at 3 a.m. and go to Instagram, he posting a video every day. Like, I watch that sometimes too. Like,
how long you been watching ET?
I don't kind of really watch it just every blue moon now when I'm in that mode to just listen to motivation. But when I was in college, I'll look at it every day. I wasn't looking at it at 3 a.m., but when I wake up, I'll go to his Instagram.
Yeah, I done actually went up to Michigan State a few times because I think it's called the Success Series.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, man. And bro really he really about his business, and that's really what been kind of like inspiring me. And if I'm being honest with you, like, I've been kind of like slowing down as it is, like what I've been doing. Like right now, I feel like, I don't want to say that I've been being lazy. I'm still trying to figure out everything that I want to do. But I feel like right now, I want to make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward. I'm not rushing things. I'm saying that there's people that's doing what they really want to do, but they're not even necessarily like, it's not going as smooth as they probably thought it was gonna go. Yeah, man. So I appreciate you, bro, and I'm excited for you, man. You know, I appreciate you coming through. You know, you ain't have to come through, man, but you know, we was able to chop it up, man, and I was able to learn a little bit more about you. Is it one thing that you want to share or give someone advice on knowing that they can do what they can do, like being able to believe in themselves, like how you are believing in yourself?
Yeah, I just say stay focused and make sure you just keep your mind on the prize or the goal. Just make sure you keep working and never give up. You know, I mean, your time is coming.
Yeah, your time is coming, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like my time is coming, and it's hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's hard because you really don't know, man. You really don't know. And you know what? That actually brings me to my final question. Do you feel like, was there ever a time where you felt like you was lost? Like, with everything that you got going on, like with the landscaping, with the camera, with the CDL, even with all that, has there ever been a time, like recently, where you're like, yo, I'm kind of like lost? Like, even with the camera stuff, man, is this really what I want to do? Like, have you ever felt like that?
No, I can't. I've never been lost. I always was figuring out what's next, and I always knew that I was gonna be something. So I was never just lost. Like, I always knew that, like, I just had to put the plan together.
Yeah. What advice would you give to somebody that is in that position, that is lost, that can't really figure out, like, man, I don't really know what I want to do next. It's a lot. I know I want to do this. I know I want to do that. Like, what advice would you give to someone who don't necessarily know how to figure it out?
I'll just say do your research and research what you really want to do and just give it a trial and error. Like, do this. Oh, you don't like this. Do this. Oh, you don't like this. Like, just keep trying till you figure out what you like. Because if you ain't trying to figure out nothing, you ain't gonna never find nothing. So you gotta try something out. But even as you say, I'm just work for the rest of my life. Like, if that make you happy, then just work for the rest of your life. Like, it's about finding happiness because that's what it matters at the end of the day. Not no money or anything is gonna make you happy. Just you gotta have pure happiness.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like you happy with yourself right now and the results that you've been getting?
I can say I ain't gonna say I'm happy, but I'm what's the word? Like, I'm good where I'm at right now. Like, I can't complain about anything in life right now. Like, it's just my happiness probably is off a base of wants, not needs. Like, all my needs are good. I'm just waiting just for all the wants I want. Like, new car, bigger chain, bigger watch. Like, but besides that, I'm pretty much happy for real.
Yeah, man. So as we close, bro, I just want to ask this. In 5 years, if we was to sit back down, like, where do you see yourself being in 5 years from now, from today?
Well, in 5 years, hopefully I'm sitting here saying I made it and I got all these businesses, I'm doing good. I got the house I want, I got the car I want. And I'm just doing successful and helping out the community. Yeah, that's what I plan to say in 5 years when I'm sitting right here.
Man, I like how you said, the first thing that came out your mouth was, I'll just be happy to be here.
Yeah.
In 5 years, if you're not as successful as you think you would be or as you thought you would be, how do you think that would make you feel?
As long as I made progress from 5 years ago, I wouldn't pretty much complain. I'd still be on the same journey trying to get to where I initially want to be. But as long as I'm doing better than the last 5 years, you still doing good.
You still doing good. And as my final question, bro, do you feel like how important do you think that a person should seek success? Like, do you think that that's really important, or a person should really just do what it is that they want to do, or put whatever it is in their heart into whatever it is that they love, and then the success will come? Or do you feel like a person should just be trying to get to the success?
I think you should just put the love into. I think you should be trying to put it into like what you love to do, like, cause that's really what's gonna matter. Success is, like I said, your craft or whatever you want to do in life should be fun, not for money. Like, I take pictures for free just cause I like to do it and I like to be in the setting. Like, it's not really about the money, but I mean, of course, everything comes with money. But I would take pictures for free if I had to. I mean, I've done it, so I think you just fall in love in what you want to do, and the money gonna come.
You fell in love with the taking pictures.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good time. Yeah, man. So, hey, you heard it here first. I got my man Mike here. We're going to be back. I really just wanted to kind of like shed light on somebody who got a job, somebody who also has a craft, and somebody who is still putting forth like the effort into the life that they want to live. Man, let me ask you, Mike, how fun is it? Like, I know you want to go full time, but is it a hustle or like what? How do it make you feel? Like, yo, I gotta steal. Like you was talking about E.T. Like, man, he get up at 3, he grinding. Like, is it fun still going to work, dealing with that hardness and still trying to make time for the craft?
I mean, getting up at 4 a.m. for work kind of tough. I don't think it's super fun, but it's glad that you got something to do. That's what I can say. I can't say it's necessarily fun.
Why you say it's glad that you got something to do?
Because, I mean, you shouldn't be, but I probably would be sitting at home wasted hours. I feel like it just I feel like getting up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. is helping me for, like, the future. Like, now I'm getting up at 4 a.m., so now when I'm not working this job, I'm still going to get up at 4 a.m. and have the time to do something successful. Yeah, man. So, y'all heard it here first, man. My man Mike, Mike doing big things, man. Great dude. This my guy. And, hey, listen, you already know what you can do. Pass, go, and collect. Hill 200. Peace. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. So
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like looking back at this in 5 years, you know, like I'm kind of like looking now. I'm excited for you to see like where your progress gonna go, cause I know you gonna keep going crazy, man. Like, and I feel like this, like even like today, bro, with you showing up, I I I forgot where I seen this at, but somebody basically said like if somebody if somebody's showing up for you, like I feel like you showed up for me today. You feel me? And I feel like I ain't doing everything, or I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I feel like God got me where I'm supposed to be. But I just feel like, nah, man, it's really important that I take off because when you got somebody showing up for you, like that mean you must be doing that mean you doing something right.
yeah.
Yeah. And I want to ask, bro, like what made you show up here today? Like I know you wanted to tell your story, but what made you show up today from the standpoint of like, bro said he want to interview me. Like, why even come to something like this if, you know, if you ain't think that I was if you ain't think I was taking this serious?
I mean, just being a man of my word, I had to come just because I told you I was gonna do it. And then one is just about like networking and seeing what you got to offer, really, and then yeah, just doing something to get out there and put yourself out there. Because with this podcast might blow up, you never know.
Yeah.
So just, but really, just being a man of my word, and so I showed up today.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate that, bro. I feel like it's just good to be around people who are on the same path. I feel like you doing your thing, bro. I know I'm doing my thing, and it just really feel good collaborating with other people who doing their thing. Cause I feel like you ain't no little dog in the lane that you in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I appreciate you, bro, because you know I'm going all in, bro. I feel like you showing up today, bro, really just like yeah, second gear. Like I feel good now, like bro. Anxiety was through the roof coming here, bro. Low key, just to keep it 100. Me and my wife had bumped heads before I got here, man. And in my head, I'm like, dang, bro, like, am I doing something wrong? You feel me? Like, I'm really just trying to, like, bro, literally, I went to work today. I did everything that I was supposed to do. Went to work, set it all up. I had my clothes ready. Went and got a haircut. And stuff was still going wrong, bro. Like, let me ask you this. Why you think stuff was going wrong today?
Just
For me.
The devil could have been working trying to get you off your square, but you ain't get off your square, so you just got over those things and still accomplish what you wanted to do today. So that's the good part about it. You ain't letting nothing knock you off your square all the way.
Yeah, man. And, bro, I'm riding down Telegraph. You like, I'm here. Like, bro, that made me feel so good because I'm like, man, you know, like how you said in a few years, you know, when you doing what it is that you supposed to do, you going to be still getting up at 4. And it's like, bro, I'm riding down Telegraph like, bro said he here, life still lifing. I done just had the situation that I done had go. I done just went through what I went through and still was able to get here. And, man, listen, like, I want somebody to know, like, whatever problems that you going through in your life, man, they not going to go nowhere. I ain't even going to hold you. I don't even really know how I'm feeling the way I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm really fired up right now because, like, it's a dirty game out here, man. You really got to have your mind made up because today, and I ain't even going to lie to you today, like, I'm interviewing him, and I got my own stuff going on, and it just feel good to know, like, yo, if you put your best foot forward, or if you might need to slow down a little bit, but if you just keep going forward, like, you going to be able to get through whatever it is you're trying to get through. And I just want to encourage somebody today that say, hey, man, whatever it is that you're going through, like, yo, you might just need to slow down. You might just need to take a break because we still coming. Like, at this point, I'm not about to let nothing stop me because I'm realizing, like, yo, dog hit me with oh, yeah, I'm here. In spite of what was going on in my situation and me realizing, like, yo, what if I would have just quit? Like, I could have easily been like, hey, yo, Mike, we about to reschedule. What time was you ready today?
Well, I've been waiting on it all day, honestly. I had to, earlier I had to go pick out a suit for a party I'm going to next week, and then I was been waiting since like 1 o'clock. And then like, usually for any events or photo shoots, I'm always on time because I don't be doing nothing else. Like, it's kind of hard sometimes for work to be on time, but besides work, I'm never a late person. Like, I'm always on time.
Yeah. Hey, look, I was kind of like tripping because you was here before me. And I know we had said 6. I think I got here at like 5:58 or something like that. So I was still on time too. But I'm like, bro, serious about what he do, man. I want to ask you, bro, where did you get that from? Like, you being like on time. Like, why?
I just always, I mean, it just, I just always hate being late, and like I take photos, so I always got to get there before the client to set everything up. So I just make sure I'm always on time. Like it's kind of hard for work sometimes because like I just go back to like that's not something you really want to do. Like I'm on time for whatever I want to do.
Yeah, man. So look, for somebody who now that's a powerful point you just made. Do you think it is important? Do you think it's just as important to be on time for things that you don't want to do, for things that you do versus things that you do want to do?
No, you should be on time for everything. It just the mind process it where you can be on time for the things you want, but you should be on time for everything. I mean, that tells you like it kind of like being on time for something just tells you how much you care about something. Like I'm saying, like my job not fun, but if I cared there and I cared about it, and I'd be there 10 minutes early, 5 minutes early. I'd never be late.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to something you want to do, you there on time because it's something you really care about.
Yeah, man. So again, bro, I appreciate you, man. You know, you really didn't get showed me, man, who you really are, and I'm really just excited for you. I'm excited for just in the future, man. Like I know we gonna be in the same rooms, man, and I really just like right now I'm just really recording the journey, man. What really inspired me was I was watching that Kanye interview, and if you peep game, like it's a whole lot of like behind. You seen that Kanye on Netflix?
What Drink Champs? Oh no, you said Netflix. No,
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
yeah, I think it's on Netflix, but I just seen a lot of behind the scenes footage, and I'm just like, yo, like this was back when he wasn't even going crazy like that. He was just like they had him in the studio recording through the wire, and
oh, yeah, I seen that.
yeah,
That's when he was making beats.
yeah.
And they won't let him like make rap and stuff like that.
Nah, man. But that's really like that's what I'm on right now, bro. I'm really just trying to record the journey, man. And man, it just feel good to know that it's possible to be in the same room as powerful people. Like knowing that, hey man, it's other people out here who trying to do the same thing that you doing. Like we might not be aiming for the same dream. Like I know we on different paths, but it just feel good to know that, it's people out here, man, that like you ain't alone. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, bro.
So appreciate you having me.
You know it, dog.